Okay, so let me start. A very good evening to all of you. Welcome everyone to today's meeting. I'm Nitya, the SAA for the day. Here are some ground rules for our online meetings. Please keep your mics muted when not speaking. Please keep your videos switched on so that the speakers. Let me start. What happened? A very good evening to all of you. Welcome everyone to today's meeting. Yeah. Sorry, I believe we can start again. I heard someone's voice. It's coming from the live streaming. Very sorry for that. Just give me a second.
Could be a ghost.
No. It happens when the same person does a live streaming and talks. You need to check that out. I'm sorry, I'm starting afresh. A very good evening to all of you. Welcome everyone to today's meeting. I'm Nitya, the SAA. Here are some ground rules for our online meetings. Please keep your mics muted when not speaking. Please keep your videos switched on so that the speakers can see your reactions. Please use Zoom icons to show encouragement. Please do not interrupt when someone is speaking. Raise your hand instead. We avoid speaking on sex, religion, and politics in our meetings. The mission of a Toastmasters club is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop their communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Now it's my pleasure to invite our presiding officer to take over the meeting. Now the presiding officer for the day is going to be me. So no surprises there. So let me go ahead and start with that part. Give me a second. Okay. So very good evening to all of you once again. I am Toastmaster Nitya, who will be the presiding officer for the day. Now, before we go ahead and start our meeting and all other flow for the day, I want to get a couple of guests to talk so that they get a good idea of what's going on in the meeting, and then we can proceed with our usual rituals. So I would like our guests Saroj and Karthik to talk, and then I would also want our guest Toastmaster Sendil to talk about what he feels. So over to all of you. Guest Saroj, do you have something to share with us?
Hi everyone. So maybe I can share my introduction again.
Absolutely. Please go ahead.
So my name is Saroj Kumar. So I am basically from Odisha. I'm staying in Chennai from since say 10 years, and I'm working as a software professional. What else? I have 2 kids, so I am kind of busy every time. So the basic idea of joining the Toastmaster Club or joining as a guest is to know how it works, to see how you guys interact with yourselves, and it will help me to understand how the process is inside the Toastmaster.
Absolutely. You're welcome to our club. So please attend our meetings and join us as soon as you can. So you will have a really good journey with us. Hoping that you get a lot out of this whole meeting and even in the future meetings. So that's one thing I wanted to check up with you. And what about guest Karthik? Can you please express what you feel?
Yeah, hi everyone. I'm Karthik here. So I'm from Chennai only. So basically I'm a chartered accountant, practicing chartered accountant. So for long time I'm just looking forward to be associated with Toastmasters, but time didn't permit. So this time definitely I'm going to be part of associated with Toastmasters. That's what I attended this meeting as a guest. Thank you for this opportunity. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, sure. And our guest Toastmaster Sendil.
Hi, Nitya. I'm Senthil. I'm from Barclays Chennai Toastmasters Club. I've attended a couple of meetings earlier in your club as well. So I'm happy to be a part of today's meeting and also playing this role as a general evaluator for today's meeting. Thank you.
Of course. With the power vested in me as the presiding officer, I declared the 221st meeting of our club open. And a very, very warm welcome to all our members, guests, Toastmasters and every single person who's out here. So before we go ahead and talk about the theme of the day, I would like to talk about, give me a second, I'm very sorry. Before we proceed and talk about the theme for the day, let's talk about the TMOD. So he's been the Toastmaster of the day for the last meeting as well, and he has been taking up various roles with Elan, and he's been doing a great job with all of that. And here's hoping that we would see more of him in the future. So without much ado, let me call upon Toastmaster Vinod, who will be the TMOD, and his theme for the day is Together Everyone Achieves More. Now, there's a lot more I want to know about what he has in store. So, without wasting any more time, TM Vinod, the stage is all yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nitya. So, I'll continue this journey further because I really need to develop my public speaking skills. So, I decided coming 1 year or 2 years or 3 years, I'm going to be in Toastmasters club and going to practice my public speaking skills, because it takes a lot of time for each and everyone to build public speaking skills in his or herself. At least it will take 2 to 3 years of practice, a lot of practice to become a great public speaker. That's what I believe. And thank you so much. I'll be participating in all the other roles as well in coming future. And thank you so much, Toastmaster Nitya. And today, usually, agenda of the Toastmasters. In Toastmasters meetings, we have 3 segments: prepared speeches, table topic, contest, and finally, general evaluation. Usually, each Toastmaster meeting will follow this structure, this agenda. First, we'll start with prepared speeches. Once prepared speeches completed, evaluators will take place, and evaluators will give the evaluations on prepared speeches. Second, Toastmaster of the day will give the topics. So everyone will contest for 2 minutes. Each person will get 2 minutes. That's the table topic contest. And third one is general evaluation. So general evaluator will evaluate how the flow meeting happened. So what's the positives and negatives and what we have to improve. So that's general evaluator going to give the review at the end. And general evaluator has his own tag team. So tag team going to give their reports. Tag team in the sense TAG, timer, R counter, and grammarian. So that's a tag team. And 1 second. And finally, today, theme of the day is Together Everyone Achieves More. Teamwork. Yes, I'm talking about teamwork. Together Everyone achieves more. There is a saying, alone we can do little, but together we can do so much. Individually, we are just one drop, but as a team, we are like an ocean. How many of you know here Swachh Bharat movement? Can you raise your hands or thumb in the comment box, me or anything? How many of you know Swachh Bharat movement? Guest Saroj Patro. Only knows Swachh Bharat? Nobody knows? Yeah, I think everyone knows about Swachh Bharat. Do you know why Swachh Bharat became so successful and powerful? Would you believe Swachh Bharat became successful in India? Yes. Why? Why it became successful? Because from top level person to bottom level person, from white collar staff to blue collar persons, everyone worked as a team to become Swachh Bharat successful. Would you agree with me or not? There, what happened? Teamwork. Whatever the mission. So every person in India, not even lakhs, in billions worked for Swachh Bharat mission. That's why it became successful. So if we work as a team, whatever the challenges, whatever the hurdle is, we can achieve beyond the expectations. Yes or no? I think everyone will agree on that. So with that, our this theme will be continued forward. With that, I'm going to introduce General Evaluator Toastmaster Sendil from other Toastmasters Club. Actually, he voluntarily came and accepted the role of General Evaluator. Thank you so much, General Evaluator Sendil, for taking up the role. And so now General Evaluator is going to introduce his tag team. General Evaluator, virtual podium is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Venu. As a general evaluator, today my role is to observe the complete proceedings of the meeting, right from the beginning till the end of the meeting, and come up with my observations. That includes the positive things, what we have done good, and also the things that needs to be improved further in our meetings. So that's my responsibility for the today's meeting as a general evaluator. So as most of you know, I'm not going to do it all by myself. It's not possible. So I have my own team, my team of timer, counter, and grammarian, who will be helping up with their report so that I can produce a complete report for today's meeting. So first, I would like to call the timer to come forward and explain her responsibility in today's meeting. Timer Mukta.
Yeah, greetings, Toastmasters. This is after a long time I am joining you people because I wanted to continue my journey as a timer. I will time the table topic, speakers, former speeches, and the evaluations. I will also alert each speaker of the time they have left using the green, yellow, and red cards. We donate specific time remaining. The speeches will, at 5 minutes, I will raise the green card, at 6, yellow card, and at 7, the red card, which means you have to end anyhow. The evaluators will also be timed and they will be given 2 to 3 minutes. So I will raise the time, I will raise the green card at 2 minutes. At 2:30, I will raise the yellow card, and at 3 minutes, I will raise the red card. And finally, the end point, our time table topics, which should not be restricted to more than 2 minutes. All the guests and the former members of the Toastmasters are invited to participate in these table topics and increase his or her communication skills. Thank you. Now I will hand over my script to our counter. Please continue.
General Evaluator, you have to give to General Evaluator.
No problem, Bino.
Yes.
It's okay. Next, I would like to call Toastmaster Satya, who will be playing the dual role in today's meeting as the counter as well as the grammarian. Toastmaster Satya, I request you to come forward and explain your roles as an counter as well as a grammarian.
Thank you, dear General Evaluator, Toastmaster Shabir. So today my roles are two roles. I am into the role of grammarian and I am also in the role of accountant. So let me brief about my role as a accountant first. For effective and efficient communication, English as a language need to be perfect. By means of perfect, I'm saying grammatically and the uses of the word should be good enough to communicate what we want to intend. Okay. Second, so that's my role as a grammarian, to ensure that all the speakers and role players are using correct uses of English. So at the end of the day, when called upon, I'll be sharing my accountant report and the grammarian report. But it's also my role is to give the meeting floor the word of the day. As the theme says, teamwork, together we achieve more. I have picked the word of adequate sync with this agenda, with the theme of the meeting. The word of the day is synergy. Synergy means using, working in the spirit of a team so that we both as a group and as individuals achieve our result. I'll be putting the meaning and the uses as example in the chat, which we all can refer to while we speak. It's a request to the forum, whenever somebody is using the word of the day, please show our appreciation for his effort, because that's the way we learn. We practice, we make mistake, we get appreciated and corrected. That's the way we learn. So thank you, Channel Evaluator. The floor is over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Satya, for beautifully explaining your role as an accounter as well as the grammarian. Now that's my team of timer, accounter, and grammarian for today's meeting. And I'm handing the control back to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Vinod.
Yeah, thank you so much, General Evaluator Toastmasters Sandil. That's really a great job done by tag team, especially Satyanarayan sir. He's taking two roles, accountant and grammarian. That's really a great job, sir, and thank you so much for that. And your works always appreciates. Now we are going to start our exciting prepared speeches by Toastmaster Nitya. Before that, we have our evaluator, Toastmaster Kavya. I can say from past 2 months, I have been watching Toastmaster Kavya ma'am. So how passionate she is. She joined after me, but she completed level 1 also. So every week she's taking a role of evaluator or prepared speech or all the new roles she's taking. And by profession, she is a teacher, and her passionate towards public speaking always amazes me. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kavya, for taking up the challenging roles and making each and every role successful. Now our evaluator is going to explain her speaker, Toastmaster Nitya. Evaluator Toastmaster Kavya. So a virtual podium is yours. Please start.
Thank you so much, sir. A very good evening to one and all. Today, my speaker, TM Nitya, is giving her Project 1 Level 3 speech under the Pathway Innovative Planning. The speech title is Putting a Ring on It. The purpose of this particular project is to practice, develop, and present a proposal. Speech title is Putting a Ring on It. TM Nitya, the stage is all yours.
Thank you, TM Kavya. Putting a ring on it. A very good evening to all of you. The bright sky, a night full of stars, the beautiful zephyr, the waves flowing across the sea, scintillating shooting stars. And he went down on one knee. Cut, cut, cut. No, this wasn't the ring that I was talking about. In general context, we tend to associate a ring with a proposal and thereby marriage. However, there is just so much more to a ring than just this. Now, it could be the ring of a telephone, tring, tring, or it could be the ring of a bell, ding, dong, ding, dong. Now, there's so much more, but we have a very, very myopic point of view out there. No one can whistle a symphony. It takes a whole orchestra to play it, said H.E. Leacock. It would suffice to say that in sync with our theme as well, the teamwork is very, very essential in order to achieve success in an objective or an event. Now, this could be agreeable in an instance of a set of sports players as a team, be it cricket, football, or anything of that sort, or it could be applicable for a case of scientists fighting against a very big epidemic, or even to our Toastmaster meetings where it's team show all the way. Now, this requires coordination, teamwork, that is team spirit, and a lot of effort and synergy in order to bring out the best in all of us. So that's definitely not easy. You may wonder why I'm waxing so eloquent about teamwork and team spirit. Now, let me bring it all together to introduce my problem statement of the day. Getting role players. Now you may wonder, what is the big deal about this? So for all of us to go on in this journey and understand the problem statement, we need to look through the lens of the VP, aka me, that is the VP education. Now let me explain what is going on. Now my team and I are responsible for scheduling meetings, getting role players, and speakers and evaluators as well. Now this involves a lot of logistical skills, a lot of event management, and you need to know the contingency issues as well. There are cases where people go in the last minute. There are so many other nuances that are involved. I'm not going to go on depth, but there are a lot of things related to arranging with respect to the logistics of the meeting that are important for the VP. Now, while most of these can be solved by us, because we are, the more and more you do a meeting, more and more you learn to schedule, you will know how to manage when somebody goes. You know contingency planning, you know conflict management, you know even management, you know how to face when things go wrong. But there's one point which is still a pain point and requires resolution, which is getting role players. Let me explain further as to why that's a problem. Now, there are three main attributes of this problem. The three attributes in the sense these are causing the problem. The first thing is new members not stepping up enough and experimenting with different roles. The second thing is last minute retractions because of unprecedented circumstances. And the third one is constraints due to personal or professional commitments. Now, I am not blaming anybody, I'm not passing on the buck, but these are three general instances because of which we have difficulties in getting role players. Let's examine them one by one. Now, new members are definitely in their comfort zone. It's not easy for them. I don't deny that at all. But they need to get their hands dirty with trying different roles in order for them to decide what works best for them, and that gets a learning curve and thereby benefits the club as well when they take up more roles. That's one thing. The second thing is last minute retractions due to unprecedented circumstances. While I agree, we all have a life outside Toastmasters, and definitely our personal and professional commitments take precedence a lot of times. Wherever it's applicable, it is better for us to inform a day in advance so that the people who are arranging the meeting will have some amount of breathing space and time to arrange for a replacement. There are cases where it cannot be done. We totally understand. There's nothing much we can do. And the third is constraints due to personal and professional commitments. So this is a very valid reason. We can always find a workaround to this issue. So this is a major thing that we need to figure out, right? Now, with respect to the new members, I'm not saying it's a very easy thing because they need to step up out of their comfort zone and it doesn't come that easily. And we have 7 to 8 important roles that need to be discussed, right? So when it comes to taking in all these points, listing them out and seeing if we can come up with a resolution, as a part of this project, there is one thing that I wanted to do, and that is the following. I would like to ultimately propose a solution that I believe will solve the problem. Every single member, at least every single active member in the club, must take up roles every alternate meeting or at least 2 meetings in a month. Now you may ask me, why 2 meetings? Is that enough? Now we have enough members, and an effective rotation of all the members will ensure that everybody gets a chance. People will get to experiment with different roles. Somebody who's always taken up a timer role would try a different role, like an R counter, and vice versa. And this is something I tell most of the club mates as well. I keep telling them to take more roles because the reasons are twofold. One, it definitely helps the club. The second, it brings so much of learning to the table. The new members bring in so much of freshness and new perspective to them that ultimately there is a wide array of perspectives that are brought to the table. Now, this is the best learning experience, if you can ask me. So this is the reason I propose that we should take up, every player should take up alternate roles in alternate meetings and help make the meetings a success. So this is the ring that I would like to put on the metaphorical finger of the club. Is it a yes or a no? You tell me. Over to you. Thank you. I can't hear you.
That's really, yes, talking about. That's really wonderful. Great inputs. Actually, to become our club successful, everyone has to participate, as Toastmaster Nitya mentioned, because we came here to learn public speaking skills. Without a team, we can't develop that skill. Without the team, I can't able to speak with you. I can't able to talk with you. So everyone tried to participate in different roles to make our team successful, to make our club successful. That's what I can say. And that's really great inputs by Toastmaster Nitya. And our second speaker, Toastmaster Ismail. Again, our evaluator is going to be Toastmaster Kavya. And thank you so much for taking 2 roles, Toastmaster Kavya. So as I mentioned, your dedication is really awesome. And now I'm going to hand over the virtual stage to our evaluator, Toastmaster Kavya, to explain about her prepared speaker, Toastmaster Ismail. Virtual podium is yours, Toastmaster Kavya.
Yes. The second speaker of the day is Toastmaster Ismail. His speech title is Our Beautiful Earth under the Level 1 Project 3 under the Pathway Dynamic Programming. So the main important purpose of this particular project is giving a purpose, speech with a purpose. And the speech title is A Beautiful Earth, TM Ismail. The stage is all yours.
Thank you. The environment is the natural world around us that sustains and supports life. It is the air we breathe, the water we drink, the soil that provides us good food, and the climate that shapes our lives. The environment refers to the natural world around us, including everything. Our environment is incredibly important to us because it is the source of everything we need to survive. We rely on clean air to breathe, clean water to drink, healthy soil to grow our food. We also depend on natural systems that regulate our climate and provide us resources like wood, minerals, and oils. However, the environment is facing a number of serious threats that are putting our survival and on many other risks. Climate change, pollution, deforestation, and other overfishing are some of the few examples in which human activities are damaging the environment. Climate change in particular is a major threat to our environment and our way of life. It is caused by buildup of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, primarily carbon dioxide from burning fossil fuels like coal, oil, and gas. The buildup of greenhouse gases is causing the planet to go warm, which is leading to a range of impacts, including melting of glaciers, raising sea levels, more frequent and severe weather events, and changes in ecosystem. In addition to climate change, pollution is another major environmental threat. Pollution can come from many sources, including factories, cars, and agriculture. It can harm our health, damage ecosystem, and contribute to climate change. Deforestation is another major environmental threat, particularly in tropical regions. Forests are incredibly important because they absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, provide habitat for wildlife, and regulate water cycle. However, deforestation is destroying this important ecosystem and contributing to climate change. Despite these threats, one more threat is overfishing, is also significant threat to our environment, particularly in the world's oceans. Many fish populations are being depleted faster than they can reproduce, which is leading to a decline in fish stock and harming ecosystems that they depend on. Despite these threats, there are many things we can do to protect our environment. We can reduce our use of fossil fuels by driving less, using public transportation, using energy efficient appliances. We can also reduce our consumption of single-use plastics, recycle and support companies that use sustainable practices. In addition, we can support policies that protect our environment, such as regulations on carbon emissions, protections of wildlife, and sustainable agricultural practices. By working together, we can help ensure that our environment remains healthy and sustainable for future generations. Thank you. Over to you. Yeah.
That's really awesome, Toastmaster Ismail. So I went back to my science class. That's what I can say. I can remember my teachers. So that's really a fabulous lessons that you made us understand, like what's happening in the environment. So what actions we need to take to make our environment clean and green. And thank you so much for that valuable information. So,
excuse me, sir.
Yes, please.
Toastmaster Ismail has not qualified because of 3:30 minutes. He has to prolong his speech.
Yes.
So kindly tell him to speak for 2-3 minutes. We will add, since it is the first time, I think. And Toastmaster Nitya, she has exceeded.
Yes.
So both are disqualified. So what to do now?
No, actually 30 minutes spare will get, like 7 minutes to 7:30.
She gets, but on a large platform,
yes,
we all are learning.
Yes.
So try to bring Toastmaster Ismail to speak more.
Yes. Toastmaster Ismail, if you can continue, because we have 7 minutes of valuable time. You have wasted almost 3.5 minute time, valuable time of your speech. If possible, you can continue, or else we'll continue this.
Oh, okay. I'll try to make it a little longer next time.
Yeah, sure, Toastmaster Ismail. Please work on that.
Yeah,
because here we are just getting 7 minutes. We are not getting nowhere. Yes or no? So we have to utilize all the 7 minutes for our best sake, for our best interest. Okay?
Okay.
So thank you so much, Toastmaster Ismail. And when we come back to our theme of the day, so together everyone achieves more. Have you heard of Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy, Andhra Pradesh State Chief Minister? Have you heard? Anyone knows about Chief Minister Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy? Can you raise your hands or any expressions? No one knows? Yeah, Toastmaster Kavya, one person knows. Oh, guess Saroj Patra also knows. Oh, 2 persons in India knows Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy, I think. Yeah, Toastmaster Satyanarayan sir also knows. See, you know how much majority he won last time elections? 85%. With 85% of MLAs, member of legislative assemblies, he won in AP state. Why? Because of the teamwork. Because of the teamwork of all his supporting people, supporting MLAs, local leaders, all the people. Even he made a mission called Ravali Jagan, Kavali Jagan. So he made a song out of Ravali Jagan, Kavali Jagan. what it mean by Rahawali Jagan, Kawali Jagan? Jagan has to come. We want Jagan. That's the theme. So he played each and every political campaign based on that mission. He actually imbibed each and everyone with that mission called We Want Jagan. Jagan has to come. In Telugu, it's called Ravali Jagan, Kavali Jagan. He made a song on that mission statement. He made a political campaigns on that mission statement. And with that mission statement, each and every person in the state got influenced by his mission statement, and everyone worked for him as a team. As Sir mentioned, synergy. Every person has energy. If all the person's energy combines, which will create a synergy, which will create a wave, which will create a positive influence. So unity is a strength. When there is a teamwork with collaborative, we can achieve everything. Teamwork is a dream work, as someone says. So if we work as a team, everyone has energy in our Toastmaster club. If everyone participate regularly in all the activities, so our team creates synergy, and our club will become the best club in this regions. Team will be continued. Next, we are going. I'm going to announce the very interested segment in Toastmasters. So which everyone will get chance to participate in. Now I'm going to start. We are going to start our Toastmasters contest. So today our Toastmaster of the day, table topic master, TTM Toastmaster Lechu Karthik is going to take this meeting forward with his creative and valuable ideas and topics of our table topics. So Toastmaster Lechu Karthik, virtual podium is yours. Please go ahead and rock it.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vinod. Give me a moment, I'll share my screen.
Is there any technical glitch, Toastmaster Lechu Karthik?
Any issue that you're facing, Toastmaster Karthik, I've made you the co-host. Should be easy for you to share your screen.
Toastmaster Lechu Karthik, are you?
No, he's left.
Audible?
Give me a second. Yeah, somebody has admitted him. Yeah.
Joined.
Is he joining?
Yeah, he's joined.
Please join.
Sorry for that.
Yeah, it's okay. Can we make you co-host, Toastmaster Nitya?
Already the co-host. Okay, because he's gone out and come back. I left him.
Yes.
Right? Just give me a second. Yeah. Done. He'll be able to share.
I hope all can see my screen.
Your screen is, yeah, it says you started screen sharing. Visible, right? So far.
So is my screen visible? Hello?
No, your screen
No,
is...
it to share.
You do one thing, stop the screen share and do it again, because we do have technical glitches arising at times.
Okay.
And you can also, if possible, you can also explain, or you can say it louder.
Yeah, I mean that's the alternative in case this doesn't work. You can
Yes.
Okay, I'm getting that, Toastmaster.
So who is going to take the first chance? Please raise your hands or
Is it visible now?
no, not it.
It says you're viewing. I think you should share. I think in the
Entire
share
screen.
option something may be going.
I think it's appearing that let you has started screen sharing,
sharing. So
but
I
it is
think
not.
yeah.
Even
I
it
think
is
not visible.
I could.
they're sharing a particular screen or some tab or something. Just check the option.
You can share the entire screen.
Yeah.
Karthik.
I've given entire screen option only, guys.
Looks like it's a glitch. I can do one thing, Karthik. Maybe I'll make you the host. You can make me the
Okay.
host back later. Give me a second. It works then. Give me a second. Yeah. See if it's working now.
Is it visible now? Hello.
No, again, it's showing the same.
I think it's a glitch with your system in that.
Yes.
We'll go ahead with you just spelling the topics out. I think that's perfectly fine.
Okay, fine.
Yes. Please go ahead.
Before that, please make me the host because I will need
Okay.
for, coordinating everything.
I think I have to work on that. Like, just instruct me at TM Nitya, like how to do that.
Okay, so you go to the participants tab, click on it, go next to my name. You'll have something called more there.
Give me a moment.
Yeah, sure. You will see the option there. You just have to click and choose change host.
Participants tab and
next to my name, you'll have more or some similar option. Where if you click on it, you will be able to choose make as host. Are you able to see it?
Yeah, I did it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, then I'll spell out the topic and I'll start my session. Okay.
Even you can type too.
Okay. Anything works.
I think you can stop your screen sharing because I'll be able to spotlight you properly in that case. Yeah.
Yes, please go ahead. Before that, who is going to take first opportunity? Who is going to take? Toastmaster Satyanarayan sir, Toastmaster Kavya, Toastmaster our guest Sarosh.
Second option.
Let's give it to Toastmaster Vijay Kumar. We have not heard from him from a long time.
Yes, long back. Yeah, Toastmaster Vijay Kumar sir. Yeah, please, Karthik, Toastmaster.
So, hello, good evening, Toastmasters and guests. This is Toastmaster Letsu Karthik, and I'll be the table topic master for today. Okay, so let me begin it. I have very fond memories of playing games during my childhood days, like cats and cats, lock and key, with my siblings and friends. It was a very good memory, and another like memory like I was playing board games together with my siblings or cousins during rainy days. So I feel that these games united all of us in some manner. So with respect to that team unity, I have brought a content to this table topic. So I feel that playing games and sports has some synergy in enhancing the unity of our society. So I've designed a PowerPoint presentation with few games, but still I'll spell out those games name and whatever comes to your mind, just share it with me, please. Okay, so who'll be the first one?
Toastmaster Vijay Kumar is going to be the first. Already we decided.
Okay. So this game in Tamil they'll say as Pambaram. in English, they'll say it as hop. So Toastmaster Vijay Kumar sir, this is your thing here.
I don't understand the question. Okay.
Give me a moment. Sir. Does anyone know what is Pambaram in English?
My Tamil isn't that good, actually. Sorry.
Top. You mean
What,
the
in
top,
English?
right? You call it a top, or you could have another name for it. Just give me a second, I'll Google it.
I thought of just sharing the image and people would say things on seeing it, but I didn't. So I didn't come up with a name. Yeah.
I think that's perfectly fine. Bambaram is generally called a spinning top. Yeah.
Oh, spinning top. Oh, yes, I know that. I used to play that when I was a little boy. Now, spinning tops, that was a sort of game I used to play when I was a little boy. There were various types of tops. One was factory made. It's a top, it was so big, and you have to press, and spring inside, it will spin. But there's another top that was very common here in my country, Malaysia, which is carved wood, and in it is a nail, and you have to tie string around it and spin, and the thing will spin. And the longer your top spins, you will win against your competitors. One of the things I think I learned from playing tops is that, our minds spin. We've got so many thoughts in our heads. Sometimes we can't focus. And sometimes it leads us into thinking about things that are completely useless. There are things that are very good thoughts, pure thoughts, good things, thinking well, making sure our families are fine, and maybe ordinary things. Have I paid my electricity bill? Or I think I better put more petrol in the car. But sometimes we think of doing something wrong to someone, being angry itself, shouting at them like your subordinate in your office. It's no use. You're causing a lot of anguish and sorrow. You have to tell them diplomatically, you are doing this wrong, or you are wrong. You see? So the top actually symbolizes how we spin our thoughts and we go into confusion. So stop spinning so many thoughts. Focus on a few good ones and ease your mind. Thank you.
So, sir, that was really great, sir. Like you related the topic in a very good manner. You shared all your feelings in regards to that. First, you said how to play that game and about that game, and then like you related that with the human mind flow. So that was very thoughtful. Thanks to you, sir. Yeah. So, and who'll be taking the next turn?
I'll take the next.
So, that's nice, Nitya. So,
Give me a second. Yeah.
As I said, my plan is to share the image and people to share their thoughts just on seeing it. So I'm not sure of the names of these games. So in Tamil, they say this game as Nondi.
Hopscotch. I'm not.
Yeah, they'll be drawing squares with numbers, and people used to jump.
Let me just check on the name. I think it is hopscotch.
Okay, so that's the thing.
Hopscotch game or draw? We also call it Pandi, right, in Tamil. You mean
something like that? I'm not sure of that, but yeah.
Even if it's not the exact name, it's a variation of the game only. So it's not a problem. It's called hopscotch. So I'm going to talk about hopscotch, right? Okay. We start.
What do you?
Okay. The term hopscotch or Nondi, as Karthik mentioned, brings back a lot of childhood memories for me. I would say it's absolute nostalgia. I revel in the nostalgia whenever I hear this term. So you may wonder why I'm saying that. Let me explain. Imagine a summer evening. You get to eat the most beautiful mangoes. You have all your friends around you. It's a summer vacation. You have nothing to do. You just eat, play, and while away all your time doing nothing. You have no responsibility. Now, can you imagine that as an adult? I can't. I always have something on my mind, and it's honestly getting dreary at a point where I am so held up with some thought or the other and preoccupied, it's just pissing off. This term, hopscotch, reminds me of all those wonderful memories I've had as a child. back to my third standard, fourth standard days. Now, this game is essentially a game with 8 steps. Let me explain what it is all about. So you can imagine the shape of the T alphabet. It's something close to that. So you have 8 steps totally. You have step 1, 2, 3, and the fourth step divides itself. And then fifth and sixth step come normally. 7 and 8 divide themselves. And then you turn back and you come the same way. I could say it's a double-shaped T. Now we have various, multiple variations of this hopscotch game. So I'm not going to delve deeper into that. But this is basically how the game is. And it is also said to be a very, very good form of exercise while playing this game. And I've seen so many people. I have not come across someone who's not played this game. Let me very emphatically say that. So to sum it all up, I would say this has literally taken me back to my childhood, and it feels so good to hear it. Over to you.
Thank you, TM Nitya. Like, it is very glad that you got your childhood memories all back again, and you really explained that very well. That I have not played that game, and when you were explaining, I could visualize things. So good to you. That thanks. So who will be the next?
Yes,
speaker?
I will be there.
Sure, ma'am. So I've taken the topic already. The third one is snake and ladder.
Okay.
So this is the game, and what comes to your mind, ma'am, like while hearing this?
Snake and ladder. It's a very good combination. You are beaten up by the snake, and the ladder tells you to climb up. Now, what I want is togetherness is there of snake and ladder. In life, we all will rise. Ladder is there. And once we will be pulled down by the snake, that is the ups and downs of life. And teamwork, if we have to cherish, we will be taken up. It goes with the motto, with the team will be taken up when they will collectively work and climb the ladder. Whereas when we say me or I is preferred, we will be bitten by the snake and we will return back to our level. We will be grounded back in earth. So this is a very good topic which focuses on togetherness, the love we cherish. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. You really brought this life lesson through your talk. That was very much influencing. Thank you so much. I have this memory while playing this game with my siblings. So it will be a very great pain when your coin, that thing is getting near to that point of 100. There'll be a big snake in the game, which you will get caught in that, and again you'll come back to the first row.
And that huge snake is in the 98th or 99th step. That's where Murphy's law really works. You keep praying that you shouldn't go near that snake's head, and
But only that happens. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really Murphy's law.
So yeah, I thought to share that. Yeah. And who will be the next speaker? I would encourage some guests to take up.
Guest Saroj, please come forward. Please do give an attempt. And, you will really gain some experience out of it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, sir. So, and sir, your topic is cricket.
Oh, okay. So the ordinary cricket, right? So same old. Yeah, thank you for giving me a very easy game. So cricket, for a common Indian, cricket is like any other game. Game means cricket, cricket means any other game. So it's very common throughout India, north, south, east, west. Everywhere you go, from a small child to an adult, everybody is thoroughly, we are all masters in cricket in our own way. We are all experienced in our own way, and we have our own kind of strategies and how to play good cricket. Some of us must have played cricket in our gullies. Some of us might have reached to the stage of stadiums and played in front of big crowds. But what I would say is from childhood, I have enjoyed a lot playing cricket. Mostly the cricket used to be between two blocks where I used to stay. And due to the lack of space, what we used to do is basically say if you hit on your right side, you are out, and if you hit on your left side, you are not out. If it goes till 10 meters, for example, you get 1 run, and if you hit a sixer, for example, you're out, because if you hit that big shot, it goes out of the boundary wall and you have to catch the ball, and it's a headache. So I have very fond memories, because we used to have block versus block games also, where kids from one block will participate against another block and kids from another block, and it used to be fun. It used to be very competitive. People used to apply their own strategies. Nowadays it is like not so. I'm not playing so much, but yeah, I continue the spirit with watching IPL games. So that's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guest Saroj. So you elegantly explained your childhood memories in accordance with this game. That was very lovely, and thank you so much. And I would request guest Karthik to come up and take some. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. You are loud and
Yes,
clear.
Karthik. Okay, he might be unavailable. And next speaker, I would request Toastmaster of the day to take up.
Yes.
Okay, so
yes, please.
sir, and your game, the title is Breaking the Pot. Usually, this game in my village they'll play it during Pongal times. A pot, yes, sir. Can you relate?
Called
Yes.
Ha ha ha.
There are multiple variations of it across the countries. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Yes. When I saw that game, I personally feel there is a goal. As a team, during Pongal times, so they will form a structure as a team. One person will go and hit that pot. On that, what I can see is teamwork. People will create teamwork, and they'll be in a synergy to achieve that goal. So they'll climb up step by step. They will make a formation top of each, it will be around 20 feet tall. Yes or no? So people will create formations, and everyone will work on achieving that goal. Everyone will try to break that pot, whatever it is. But we consider it as a goal. So if we as a persons, if we achieve anything big in our lives, which will be on top on us, we have to make a team ready. We have to make a team work for us, for our mission, for our vision. And we have to make them understand individually what win for them while winning our vision or mission, while achieving our vision or mission. Everyone has to participate, right? So we have to make them understand what's in it for them, what's the win for them, so that whatever the height, whatever the challenges, as a team, definitely we are going to achieve. So that's what I learned from my childhood about that game. Thank you so much for giving the topic.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Vinod. Okay, so yes, sir. Like you related it with our team unity, so that shows your presence of mind and a lot to learn from you, sir. So, next speaker, anybody? So you're not audible. Hello?
Can we go with that general evaluator?
Sure.
Toastmaster Sendil.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, thank you so much.
And sir, your title is Spanish bullfight.
Okay, so why not it can be Jallikattu?
Something, yeah, sir.
Okay. Okay. It's one of the sport that has always made me awe when I'm watching, because I have never witnessed the sport in person. Till date, I've always been watching it on televisions, and I remember those old days when I was doing my schooling. I keep seeing about this Jallikattu only during the time of Pongal, and I keep wondering like what makes the people so much interesting about it, and why do they do it when there is a huge risk involved that the bull may pierce through their stomach. It may happen. It's a huge risk and it's a huge crowd. And why do they do that? What makes it interesting for them? I had this constant thought over my mind when I was watching this in the televisions. But later on, when the protests came up in the recent years, when the world has changed completely, then even I would say by that time it has gone to that level that Jallikattu was not even a matter of discussion for Pongal. But when that ban was imposed, all of a sudden, like there was this sudden surge of the game, all surge of the sport, I would say, all over the state. And then it revived like anything. And then it brought in a lot of things like how important it is and what are the connections it has with the culture of our state. And it brought out a lot of elements, and I was able to understand at that point of time when that protest was happening. I was able to understand, and I got the answers to the questions I had when I was doing my schooling. And now I know why people love Jallikattu and why people are so much fond of it and they keep training for it. I was completely blown away by the fact that people train for their lives to be a player in that ground, and it's a matter of pride for the both for the players as well as for the people who raise the bulls for the sport. So it's a totally revelation moment when I came across all these things, and with the movies more and more coming in, throwing more and more light to the sport, it's really a pleasure to understand our culture more and more. Thank you, and over to the table topics.
Thank you so much, sir. Like, so you beautifully explained the cultural connection, and you brought in the current affair thing which happened. I was studying 11th standard, I think. So when this issue was going on, I got 3 days holidays. That is the only thing which I felt happy about. So yeah, that was very nice, sir. Thank you so much. So I can take one more speaker if anybody is interested.
Yeah, one more topic is fine.
Yeah, anyone? If not, I'll close the
Chance, we'll give a chance. Toastmaster Kavya raising her hand.
Great.
Yes.
Okay, Toastmaster Kavya. So your game is hide and seek.
Oh, hide and seek. Thank you, sir, for giving such a wonderful topic. Probably this is one of my, very much played game in my childhood. Probably when I was in class 4th or 5th, by taking all my friends in my colony, the only game we used to play is hide and seek. And we used to have a lot of fun playing this game, probably being as a child. And and however, this game is also relevantly towards working together in a team, and then probably in order to win the game, we need to keep our. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kavya. So you shared your childhood memory with us. That was very nice of you. Thank you so much.
So table topic, master, can I have a chance?
Sure, sir.
Yeah, definitely.
Always.
Thank you.
So your two cocksters fighting. I don't know what is the name of this game. TM Nitya, can you help out?
Oh God, I'm not sure. Cockfight probably, because give me a second, I'll Google it.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
I know that. Yeah.
So that's your.
Because you have a name for it actually. Yeah, it's called cockfight only.
That,
Yeah. So what's the question?
You have to talk about it.
talk about it, sir. Yeah, like what comes to
Okay.
your mind when hearing this?
Okay.
You mean hen fight?
Not hen fight. Hens never fight. Cocks actually fight.
Yeah.
Fine.
Also, shall I give you some other topic if you're not?
No, I'll be going with that only.
Okay, sir. Sure.
I belong to a state, Odisha, where the diversity is with the culture of a wide spectrum of people. Specifically, my district was Sundargarh. It's a tribal area. And people find their own ways and made their own ways to enjoy the day and enjoy their life. And one of the peculiar sports which we find in our village arts or the village tribal markets is cockfight. So where they will bring their masculine cocks and they used to intoxicate them with some liquor or some chemical and make them fight with each other. And the spectators around them will bet on those fights and know what? The winning person takes normally it ends with the losing one is dead. And the winner takes this one plus a share of the bet which the spectators have put on it. So the point is that even human being can be in synergy while they are putting bets on the cocks. So that's a very peculiar thing which I have noticed, how we can connect with other human beings and how we can connect with even other animals and birds. So that's the way emotion flows from one being to other. And act and let us act as a team in synergy. Beautiful question. Thank you. Taken me in my childhood days.
Thank you so much, sir. You beautifully related that with your like related that to human nature and things. So that's very nice, sir. Thank you so much. So with this, I'll be closing the table topic speech. Thank you so much to all Toastmasters and guests for giving your contribution. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day, TM Vinod.
Thank you so much for each and everyone for participating. So each and everyone made this contest so successful. And especially I need to thank table topic master, Toastmaster Lechu Karthik for taking us back for our childhood. Now each and everyone stop playing games, physical games, including including all the people. When I was in my childhood, everyone, the age is just a number. Everyone used to play the games. That's why I feel most of the people were healthy. If we play the games, our 100% attention would be on the game. If I play cricket, my 100% attention when the ball comes, when I need to take the strike, so when I need to do the wicket keeper, bowling, all these things will go on our minds. How to create strategies. Not only cricket, all the games will teach us our great learnings. And once again, thank you so much, Toastmaster Lechu Karthik, for taking our childhood games back and reminding us to take lessons out of that games. And thank you so much once again. And now I'm going to call back our general evaluator, Toastmaster Sendil. Am I making the flow correct?
Yeah, it's right.
Yeah. No, general evaluator will give the report in the final stage. Right now, I need to call up.
You're doing it right. I think
general evaluator will call evaluators and tag team, right?
Yeah.
So now I will invite our general evaluator back, Toastmaster Sendil, to give his tag team report and evaluators report. So Toastmaster Sendil, virtual podium is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Vinod. First, I would like to request the prepared speech evaluator, Toastmaster Kavya, to come forward and share her evaluation of the prepared speeches, I would say, because she is the evaluator for both the speeches. So I'm handing the control to the evaluator, Toastmaster Kavya.
Thank you, sir. As far as our first speaker is concerned, TM Nithya, as per her title, does relevantly very effective start of the speech. And whatever the purpose of speech is, giving a proposal, and that she has done extremely well. And the usage of language was very incredible, very relevant hand gestures, relevant to the content. And on the whole, the proposal, in the sense, the speech purpose is truly served. And as far as recommendations are concerned, first, I felt that a little bit pauses, if it would be even more better. And throughout the speech, the voice is, in the sense, same, same flow, in the sense, there is no voice modulation here and there, and little bit taking care of camera position. And overall, the speech was very effective. It is truly serving the purpose. And you have used very, very effective, language, which is very relevant to the context. And you, relevant hand gestures. And these are certain recommendations where you have to take care of your camera position and little bit pauses in between, and usually voice modulation relevantly to the context. Thank you. And shall I go with the second speaker as well?
Please go ahead.
Yes, evaluator, you may proceed. Yeah.
Yes. So as the second speaker, Ismail, according to his title, Beautiful Earth, whatever the content he has chosen is very relevant to the title. And the way he has structured the speech is effective with respect to the content, title and content, what he has chosen. As far as his speech purpose is concerned, it is voice modulation and body language. And there are certain recommendations which I feel if he would take forward, his speech will become even more effective. The first one is, rather than sitting and giving the speech, it will be better if he would stand and give the speech. And I felt that he's just reading down the speech. Rather than that, if you try to express it well with your body language, like hand gestures, getting up, using different kinds of emotions with respect to the speech, that will be even more better. That will make you to go to the next level in speech. And next, you have not about the length of the speech, which is only of 3 minutes. So from next time, kindly take that into consideration, where you have to enhance or make your speech even more lengthy. And overall, the speech is very effective, relevant to the content. There are certain kind of, you have very well structured the speech. Certain recommendations, taking care of your body language, especially standing up and giving speech, having a relevant eye contact with the people who are in the meeting, and then taking care of the length of the time of what you have given the speech, and use relevant hand gestures and body language. And this will definitely help you to go to the next level in your speech. Thank you so much.
Thank you, evaluator Toastmaster Kavya. Next, I would like to call the timer of the day, Toastmaster Mukta, to share her report. Toastmaster Mukta.
Yes, sir. I'm sharing the report. First, for the prepared speech. First is, I would like to request for everybody has, I would like to request all Toastmasters, they've done very well. But what I found is they should be within the limits of time. So Toastmaster Vijay Kumar, he has done very well and his speech was admirable, 1.49 minutes. And the time is 1 to 2 minutes. So he is very, very qualified. Toastmaster Nithya, she has also qualified and has done one and is within the time of 150 minutes. Toastmaster Mukta is also qualified. He has done the table topics for 1.06 minutes. Guest Saroj Patro is not qualified because he exceeded the time limit of 2.18 minutes. Toastmaster Vinod, he is also qualified for 1.59 minutes. Guest Senti, he is also not qualified because he has exceeded the time limit of 2.10. Toastmaster Kavya, she has minimized her time to 0.49 minutes and I think she should prolong it for more than within the time limit of 1 minute. Toastmaster Satya, he has also qualified for table topics and is within the time of 1.54 minutes. So this is my time report for table topics. Now the time report for prepared speeches. Toastmaster Nithya, you have graced it with, you have qualified it, but with grace time. That is for 5 to 7 minutes and your actual time is 7 to 11 minutes. For more bigger platform of Toastmasters and TED, you have to keep timing in mind. Whereas Toastmaster Ismail, he has not qualified because he has minimized his time to 330 minutes. I think his required time is for 5 to 7 minutes. Now, our time block for evaluators. Toastmaster Kavya, for first evaluation, you have not qualified because it is 1.25 minutes only. Sorry, dear, but your minimum time to explain how to enhance his time should be minimum of 2 minutes. And for second qualification, second evaluation, you have qualified it and very well done for it is 1.44 minutes. Again, you missed by nanoseconds. So please try to improve your evaluation timing. So this is my time report for
Can I
this.
please add a point here? A wonderful report. With respect to table topics, we have a 30 seconds grace time for everyone, ma'am. So people who have crossed 2 minutes are still qualified. So,
ma'am, you are qualified, but this is mainly that we all should go with time. Grace is always there.
Yeah, 30 seconds cutoff is there, right? That's
yeah. So it is just to keep in mind that timing is also important in everything.
Got it. Sure.
Sorry, but thank you.
Thank you, timer, Toastmaster Mukta. Next, I would like to call the accounter as well as the grammarian for today's meeting, Toastmaster Satya, to come forward and share his report.
Sir, you are not audible.
Sir, would you need host access again? Just
No, I don't
Have
think
it
so. I can share. Okay. So my apologies if I have missed any number of counts because it may go wrong because there are two activities at the same time. So hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible and clear.
Okay, thank you. So when it comes to the accounting report, couple of hours for Toastmaster Nitya. Toastmaster Vinod, please review the recording. I think you can observe. There are too many hours, so please consider. Toastmaster Ismail has used some of the hours. Toastmaster Nitya, Toastmaster Mukta Kavya, and Toastmaster Lichu Kartik during his communication of table topic quiz. They are quite flawless. Toastmaster Vijay Kumar, as always, you are flawless. Toastmaster Nitya during the table topics quiz has not used any of the pause fillers or crutch words or repetitions. Toastmaster Nitya Mukta, couple of hours and so you have used one time, which is not needed. Toastmaster Saroj Patro, you have used couple of hours and and you have a repetition of word I mean, which you use unknowingly. So you please, one request and one information for all the speakers and participants. We have our YouTube channel. So whatever is live streaming, you can review your speeches and make some improvements after consideration. So you can use that facility. During the table topic speech, TMOD Vinod has used a couple of hours, and there are a few repetition of words like right. That's which you can consider replacing with words which can add more value to your speech. So for Toastmaster, during the evaluation report, I've seen few hours from Toastmaster Kavya, evaluator number 1 and 2, and one information which may be important for you, that you are unknowingly using so many ends. So you can consider replacing it with some pauses or with some better words to make your speeches more effective. When it comes to grammarian report, there are excellent use of words from Toastmaster Nitya: conciliating, logistics, retraction, unprecedented situation, breathing time, constant. One insight from me as a grammarian is you can review the speeches. They are available on YouTube. And I can see a pattern, a rhythmic pattern, which your evaluator Toastmaster Kavya has reiterated and noticed. Plus, there is a way you speak which is not very natural when we use English as a language. Maybe somebody you mentor or your coach can help you on pointing out. You may be doing it unknowingly because you are a potential speaker and we see you up in the podium in bigger level. That's why I would request you that you please consider that specific flaw. Little bit focus and practice can help you in overcoming that with ease. Toastmaster Vinod, great words. You have iterated the theme of the day, teamwork. You have also used some great words: imbibed, attention, stride, mission statement, strategies. Now, when there are a few observations which you can consider, like different roles, small work, that is common in our regional language or Hindi or local language. But when English, even one word is able to portray the correct meaning. So multiple use of words like this, different work, small work, that is to be avoided. We can use only one word. As when we are speaking as, it should end immediately as, not as. So you have something into that. Please review the recordings. You can observe. Very interesting segment. You have stated very interested segment, which is not grammatically correct. You can consider that. Toastmaster Ismail: climate change, deforestation, fossil fuel, and sustainable. So fuel is a wrong pronunciation. So the pronunciation is correct, is fuel.
Fuel.
Fuel is a material. Toastmaster Vijay Kumar, wonderful. I love this word, anguished and sorrow. spelling mistake, please forgive me. My spellings are not correct. I rely a lot on Microsoft. Ease your mind was a wonderful phrase I picked. And Toastmaster Lechu Kartik, there are no grammatical mistake, but when it comes to pronunciation, there is a flaw which you can consider. So when you end things like topic, so you sound like topica, and talk, sibling, happened. So it adds another a and a pause and a delay, which makes the word sound differently, which is not very common in English. Please consider. You can review the recordings which we have. That may be due to our surrounding, the people around us. They speak in certain way. We acquire their way of speaking. But when it comes to Toastmasters, we see you guys playing in the big level, at a big level, at a big podium. So please, you can consider them for improvement. Nitya used during her tabletop speech nostalgia. So forgive me for the spelling mistake. Memories pronunciation as memories. So memories. So that's the correct way. Toastmaster Mukta, grammatically you are correct. One word is spelled, is pronounced wrongly. Ladder, not ladder. It's ladder. During your tabletop timer report, you have spoken like important. So it's important, not important. Important has altogether different meaning. Please use the word important as important, not important. There are some good words by Toastmaster Kavya during her evaluation report, where he structured a relevant gesture, good pronunciation, and good uses of word. So that's all from me for grammarian and account report for the day. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Satya, for such an elaborate report. Next, I would like to summarize my report as the general evaluator for the today's meeting. And before I started, I got to give a word of caution to all of you. I'm going to be very, very critical about today's meeting. So that's how I want to put it today, because I've got a lot of observations. So I just want to present it in front of you. So the way I'm going to take it is, for each of the role, I'm going to tell what has gone right and what doesn't went well and needs to be improved. That's how I'm going to take it for today's session. So the first one, I saw the timing part. We started about 8 minutes late. And there were some role players who took some time. They delayed to join the meeting. It went through some delay, and then the live streaming has to be started. There was some delay around it. So that is the first thing that didn't go well. And then there was a change in the agenda proposed by the presiding officer, but it did not go through the parliamentary proceeding that your club used to follow, because I've seen your club doing it whenever you are doing it. Change in the agenda, you propose it and somebody seconds it, and then it gets approved, and then that becomes the updated agenda for the meeting. It was not followed. And what went worse is that when it is called out that the second speaker is not going to present his speech, and then later on he joined in, and he was again coming up and presenting his speech, that was a kind of confusion for me. But it's good that we had that spirit. We allowed him to present his speech, even though there was some delay from his side for some reasons unknown. It was good that we kept the spirit and we had the prepared speech as per the agenda. So there was a confusion, but on the spirit of the meeting, I would say like it was a good thing. And next thing is the presiding officer started taking guest intro before opening up the meeting. It should not be done that way. You should open the meeting first, call out the number of today's meeting. It's 131, 141. You should call out the number, and then you open up the meeting. Then you start taking the guest introduction. That's how it should be done. And what should not be done again is that you should not introduce the theme of the day. It is for the Toastmaster of the day to introduce the theme for the meeting. It should not be done by the presiding officer. And what happened next is, when I can understand that Nitya was going through a lot of difficulties because she's opening the meeting as a sergeant at arms, and then she's also acting as a presiding officer, and she had a prepared speech to present. So maybe that has put her in the state of confusion, and she was touching upon multiple areas at the same time. I could understand that. it could have been planned better. So that's the point I'm bringing up here. And what happened eventually is that when the Toastmaster of the day started his role, he didn't had that opportunity to present the theme in front of the audience. He could have planned it in a way that he wanted to bring it in, but it is already revealed. So he was going, I feel that he went off his plan, and he started telling about the tag team players. He started explaining a bit part of it. So this started having a cascading effect. I saw it going all the way down the meeting. Like every player started taking into other shoes, touching upon others' roles here and there. I started observing it throughout the meeting. And then when the prepared speeches, when they came in, they gave a brilliant speech. Really, Toastmaster Nitya, she brought in, I'm not sure what was in her mind. She put a metaphorical ring on the club. And I felt like it is also a way of reminding the club, come on, guys, let's come and take up the roles. So it was beautifully done by her. And the second speaker again gave an insightful speech on the environment. It was beautifully done. And what I found here is we had a single evaluator, which is again not fair, because evaluation process itself involves something like when it's not about but my instant thoughts, like whatever comes to my mind when a speaker is speaking, I just write my instant thought and then I produce evaluation. No, that's not evaluation. You should allow some time for the evaluator to recollect what the speaker has spoken and where it stands against the requirement of the project, digest that idea, and then come back with more constructive feedback for the speaker. For that, it needs some time. At least the next 60 to 90 seconds is very crucial when the speaker completes the speech. We should allow the time for a speech evaluator. Since today's evaluator had back-to-back speeches, I don't know how she managed it to evaluate both the speech at the same time, because one speech is over and she had to focus immediately on the next speech. She cannot, think about the first speech, think about what can be done better, what was there, what was not there. I don't know how she managed it really, but I feel that it should have been split to two different role players. And the next thing is on the table topics. Again, we had some technical glitches. It took some time delay, some 4 to 5 minutes was lost when the controls was given, co-host access was given. There was some delay on that. But the positive side is that every role player was given an opportunity. A role player came in and said, every participant in the meeting was given an opportunity to attempt a speech. So that is a positive thing. And even people who came up voluntarily at the last moment, even when we are going off the chart, they were given an opportunity to come up and speak on stage. So that is a positive thing that happened in the table topic session. Then when it comes to, and one other thing that went wrong is, again, like as I pointed out, that Toastmaster of the day started calling out for the volunteers during the table topic session. It should be left to the table topics master because he has been handed over the control. Unless if there is a technical glitch, if he is not able to continue the segment from there on, we should not be interrupting him because he could be having his own way of calling out the participant. It could be a lucky draw, or it could be a random draw, or it could be like calling out on volunteers. It should be left to his own style and idea of calling out the volunteers. We should not be interrupting him and suggesting him, or we should not be calling out the volunteers. And it gives the role player a complete experience of what he is doing in the meeting. So that should be avoided. And other thing is on the evaluation. Yes, the speech evaluator. Brilliant job, I would say. As I pointed out, I don't know how she managed it. I don't think I would be able to do it. I don't think many of the Toastmasters would be able to evaluate speeches back to back, and she did it beautifully. And she gave clear and constructive feedback to both the speakers. I was really blown away by the way that she is able to manage it. That was a brilliant job from the speech evaluator. And then when it comes to my team, the tag team, one thing that didn't go well is that the timer pushed the report way ahead of time. When the second speaker concluded, it was falling short of time. She immediately pushed the report and started saying, no, he's short of time. Maybe we can ask him to extend. And what happened immediately is that the Toastmaster of the day again called up the speaker. It should not be done that way. The timer should hold the report till the time either the general evaluator asks for it, or it has been called by asked by the presiding officer for the purpose of the voting to know who are the eligible speakers or role players. Till the time a timer is not supposed to reveal, and even if the presiding officer is asking for it, it can be revealed to the presiding officer one-to-one, not on an open forum when the meeting is running. So that is something should be avoided. But the positive side of the timer report is that she presented a brilliant report. It was clearly presented. It was a proper presentation. She prepared, she worked on it. She had noted every second of each of the role players, and she beautifully presented a report. And she is very critical about the timelines. When the presiding officer again came in and said, like, 30 seconds of grace time is there, and she brought her point, like, I know that 30 seconds grace time would play, but I want to present here a report which is like crystal clear. 2 minutes, people are going off it. So you can keep a check for yourself. So that's the way that she brought in. And again, I would point out something there. The control was handed over to the general evaluator, and the general evaluator was calling out the team. And if the timer is making some mistakes, the presiding officer came in and started saying some corrections. It could be avoided. It could be left to the general evaluator, or it can be brought out at the end of the meeting rather than interrupting the timer when the timer is presenting the report. It could be avoided. And then the R counter and grammarian report. My God, it was a brilliant report, beautifully presented. So got so much of details. He has clearly pointed out what each of the speakers had done right and needs to be improved. And the way he has brought out the pronunciation for each of the words that the speakers failed to do, it was brilliant. I'm very much sure that this is going to be very, very helpful for each of the speaker in today's meeting in terms of their pronunciation. And the same way for the counter report also, it was very much clear and detailed. One suggestion that I would give in the counter report is when the number of usage is going more than 5, please mention just 5+. When you mention it as like a double-digit number, it could turn out to be sometimes destructive for the speaker. If you mention it as 5+, they will understand that, okay, I'm using it more. I need to keep a check on it. So that way it works better. In summary, if I have to summarize the complete meeting, the agenda is missed out. We are supposed to conclude by 8:30. It happened a couple of times earlier as well when I was attending the club meeting. We should keep a check on it when the meeting flow is going. We should ensure that we are sticking to the timelines. If needed, we should plan it in such a way that that we meet the agenda. If required, we can plan it in advance, that let the timeline go till 8:45. We should plan it that way. So that is one thing. But on the whole, there was the spirit and there was the synergy to run a successful meeting. In spite of all these things, little things that we were doing here and there, I clearly saw that in today's meeting. So I really congratulate all the role players and all the participants of today's meeting. Thank you so much, and over to the Toastmaster of the day.
That's really great inputs, and we have learned a lot of things with your general evaluator report. The report is really very clear and informative, that each and everyone will try to use that and will improve. And finally, I want to give one statement on our theme of the day. So together, if we work on a common vision or mission, the impact and the success will be huge. That's all I can say. And I'm handovering the virtual podium to our presiding officer, Toastmaster Nitya, to close up the meeting.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vinod, Toastmaster of the day. I am now launching the poll. Please vote. I'm sharing the link on the chat, on our chat. So please go ahead and vote. We'll need around 80% of the votes to close the meeting. So I request at least 8 of you to go ahead and start voting. So meanwhile, thank you so much, Toastmaster Sendil. I think you've given us a lot of wonderful perspectives and insights to think on. We'll definitely focus and learn to improve. So that's definitely something we'll keep on our agenda and work on. Thank you so much for taking a time apart and actually helping us out in the meeting. I think you've done a fabulous job as the GE.
Nitya, again, as I started off, I clearly mentioned that I'm being so much critical to your club because I have observed everything in this club. whatever I had mentioned today. I've observed all these practices in your club. You were having such a good practices in your club. It was missing. That's why, I was so much critical. I started pointing out like, these are the things that you have missed in today's meeting. It's just about today's meeting. But otherwise, whatever I had mentioned, I've seen all these good things and I've learned all these good things from your own club. Yeah.
We need 2 more people to close the voting window. So. Okay, awesome. We've got 8 votes. So I'll close the poll now and I'll go ahead and announce the results. Yeah. Best primary role player, no guesses here. It's generally evaluated Toastmasters and very well deserved. Thank you once again for the report. The best auxiliary role player is TM Satya for R Counter and Grammarian. Best prepared speaker is myself, TM Nitya. Best table topic speaker by a very, very huge margin is TM Vijay Kumar. So congratulations to all the winners. And the best evaluator goes without saying is TM Kavya. Congratulations to all the winners. And with the power vested in me as the presiding officer, I would like to propose this meeting as closed. I'm stopping.